from where we are. It's still
Okay.
Florida, but it was in Tampa, and we're here in Claremont. So it was a bit of a road trip, but it was okay. It was fun.
That's awesome. So
Yeah,
is this your new digs that you're in? That house is pretty new, right?
it is. Yeah, I mean, I could turn this around a little bit so you can kind of see. But we got the window there in the front.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then over here, I don't know if there's much you can see on this side, but just the whole that way and
Right
stuff.
on, man. I'm gonna have to come and hang out there sometime.
Please do, man. Don't even feel the need to knock. Just literally, I mean, you see the door is open. I like to keep the door open because it's a sense of openness. It's a sense of, I was brought up in the Bronx, and you can't keep anything open there. Uh, you'll find it missing real quick. But here, it's about the environment you put yourself in. So trying to
Well,
live
yeah, you kind of emanate a openness. I think that's why I think you're so cool, man. You're a great leader.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
So
and go
you
ahead.
dove into IG a little bit, right?
I did. I really liked it. Yeah, I just got through video 6, where you talked about connecting with leaders. And, I think at the event, it was so cool to hang out with everybody. I mean, that was really powerful. The most incredible experience I think I've ever had in my life.
Nice.
It was cool to hang out, and I never thought about it in a different context. That I developed some rapport, and it's just so cool to be able to it's powerful to leverage that in other ways too. And your training actually got me to think about that more. So
Nice. Well, you know what? A lot of the times we miss the boat with simple things sometimes, and it sounds simple, connect with leaders, but there's so much power in that, social proof. People, when they see you around leaders, they automatically, subconsciously say Adam's a leader because he's with other leaders.
right,
So it's
right,
just amazing. Yeah, it's amazing how it works, and I don't know exactly how it works, why it works that way, but it. Plus, when you surround yourself around leaders, it's an exchange of energy. Like I was with Jonathan Budd about, I would say, 2 weeks ago or so, 3 weeks ago, and it was just an exchange of energy. He got a lot from me, I got a lot from him. It's when you surround yourself in that energy field of people who are doing big things, it allows you to grow too.
yeah.
So.
So you got to hang out with Jonathan Budd.
Yeah, it was fun. We had dinner actually. Allie and we went to the restaurant. Nice, I think it was like a Spanish place. It was really cool. Man, they had all types of foods there, literally everything.
Really?
And, he has a big appetite, man. He was like, I'll take one of that, and one of that.
I wouldn't have guessed. He's kind of a skinny guy, isn't he?
Exactly, me too. But you know what it is? And you're pretty thin as well. Like, we have fast metabolisms, it's
Oh,
just,
totally.
we smile and we burn off the whole meal.
I know. I shouldn't complain about that. Yeah. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about is I've launched this 60-day blog challenge, and I'm building an audience for that, pretty good. And it's a lot of people that they're in Empower Network and they recognize the power of the platform, but for whatever reason to this point they haven't had success yet with it. And I was gonna just ask you if you could give a couple tips to people who are getting started and on how they can really fully leverage this platform.
Nice. Well, I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I didn't think Empower was going to be as powerful as it is. And a lot of us didn't. When it first started, like everything, we're like, well, what is this thing going to be? How is it? Because we see so many things that come up. And I'm new in the industry, so I'm getting used to that pattern. But I see people I personally know, and they're like, well, this just came out, this just came out, this just, and they, continue to go from, thing to thing to thing. But when you finally come across something like Empower, where the Alexa ranking is so freaking high, I mean, they're in the top 500 sites in the world, not in the city, not in the state, not in the world. So that automatically gives everything that you place on their blog that much more power.
Right.
And I think that's pretty impressive. They've only been in business for about a year, a little bit over now, and they've been doing some great things. I mean, the blog allowed them to pay out more than $20 million in commissions. And me coming from a background, Adam, really no list, didn't know anyone when I first got started, and no experience. I mean, the only type of money I made online was selling items on eBay. I would go to garage sales and I'd have my phone with me. I'd look up the items that are on the table there. Yeah, the people selling the items, they'd be like, what the heck is this guy doing? But I'd be looking up the item to see if there's some value and I could flip it. You know, and if there was, I would buy it for as cheap as possible and then resell it on eBay. But that's the only experience I had. So if people are serious and they leverage the power of the blog and utilize, some people have all of that SEO knowledge, they have all of that skill already, they have the marketing skill already. So if they just apply that here, it'll go that much further. Now, if you don't have that knowledge, you don't have that skill like I didn't, well, the good thing, the great thing about Empower is that it provides all that training for you. You know, everything you literally need, from posting your first blog to creating a huge organization, is right in their back office.
Right.
So.
It's really designed to empower anyone of any experience level to really take off. I think that's what's so fantastic about it. Yeah, so I wanted to give you a chance too to just talk a little bit about instant gratifications. I personally have the product and I've found it to be incredible. I mean, I'm applying things now immediately into my business, and it's just been real enlightening for me. Yeah, so we want to just talk a little bit about it?
Yeah, I appreciate that, Adam. And you know what? It's the responses, like you just said, that really keep me going. I get addicted to uplifting other people. And I learned, and I'm glad I did early on, and I'm just that type of person that I pour my heart, my sweat, my tears into something so that when other people receive it, I mean, the first 2 videos, so many people told me that's the value right there, you know, and they haven't even gone through the whole product yet. And I think that's amazing. You know, and what I did, I literally just laid out step by step what I did to go from 0 to 10,000 a month. And I said to myself, I would want someone else to have success like I did. Why not? I think the only difference between myself and a lot of other people is just procrastination and really learning what really works. Because there's a lot of garbage out there. We know that. And I learned that as well. I bought some stuff and I was just like, come on, are you really serious? But when you come across products like instant gratifications, I mean, literally it was generic. It was... You know, and you know it as well. It was just amazing. And I sold over 400 copies so far, and truth be told, not one single person asked for a refund. And listen, you might think, well, that's not something to brag about, you know, but it is.
Yeah, it is.
It is, right? Yeah, because in business, because I connect with like Mark Hoverson and all these, you know, high 8-figure income earner industry leaders, and they're like, you're going to get refunds. You know, that's something you're going to get, so look forward to them because the more refunds you get, the more money you're going to make. And I didn't get any refunds, and I'm glad for that. And the reason is because of the value that was in there. It literally took someone like myself that started from nothing, and I laid out the basics in the beginning, went into some technical and advanced techniques as well, provided resources for traffic, and just every little thing plugged in together. And you know, I actually have my spouse a part of it as well. Allie, I had my wife.
Yeah, she's the second video, right? Or the second audio. Yeah. The
second audio. She did, you know, the support of your spouse. Because, see, a lot of times we always think it's just the marketing we need. It's just the traffic source. It's a lot more than that. And I go into self-development. And listen, truth be told, my success has been able to increase so much more having her support. Because I mean, there were days where I would work my ass off, and she would literally have to email me, Adam, to let me know dinner's ready. Because, you know, I'm doing my thing. You know, and I didn't know. She said that's the only way she could get in contact with me. So I'd email her back, or I'd be right there.
Oh, you know? Man. My wife could totally relate to that. If she was here, I'd have her jump on and meet you, too, because that's kind of where I'm at now. But I'm really energized. I actually got back from the event, and I stepped down from my job so I could, you know, put all of my energy into this, and I gained so much confidence at the event. The event was really a huge turning point and transformation for me. I mean, can you speak to the power of events and why people need to get to those things?
Oh man, the events, you know, you don't know what it is until you're there, and you can hear it so much more, go to the event, go to the event, go to the event, but unless you're there in person, you're connecting with other leaders, you're exchanging that energy with people that are making that 6-figure income, that 7-figure, 8-figure income, it's nothing like being there. I mean, realizing the fact that people who make huge amount of incomes are genuine, down-to-earth people. And what I always thought, well, oh, they got to have done something wrong to make that much money, or rich people are bad. And I had all of these limiting beliefs too when I was young. But being around them, being able to go to events and see the proof, not just seeing it on video. You see my dog, Carly.
Yeah.
She's trying to say hi in the back. But the power of events are incredible. I always learned there's 2 events you want to go to. Only 2 events. The ones you want to go to and the ones you don't want to go to. And the thing is, a lot of times we don't know what's good for us. We don't know what we're going to get out of what we attend or what we purchase. And the bottom line is, and this happened to me literally every single time, when I made a decision or Allie helped me and said, you got to go there or make a decision, I've never regretted it. I thought afterwards, I said I would have regretted it if I did not make the decision to go. Because when you go, you connect with other people like Adam. We built a relationship. You connect with other leaders that are where you want to be. And the only way you're going to get there is believing and being around the people that are there already. So the power of events, man, you can't even really explain it in words. It's just so powerful. It allows you to have that 6 months, 1 year advantage ahead of everyone else who didn't go. And it's like a reboost. It's like a recharge. Because don't get me wrong, working online is great. I love it. You make so much more money. In the morning here, I don't want to say it's too loud, but I see all my neighbors, and they're driving to work every morning. And I'm just like, man, I'm so glad and humble I don't have to do that anymore. I don't have to wake up 6, 7, 8 in the morning to go 12, 13 hours to deliver food. Even though that was a pretty cool job, it still was like, well, I'm on a schedule. But
yeah, nothing beats time freedom. I tell you that much. It's so cool. When it comes to the events, man, for me, the power of being around 4,000 other dreamers, and not just dreamers, but people are actually taking action and living their dream, or really taking action, and that was so powerful for me. That last event was just incredible. It was the most, like I said, the most incredible experience of my life. I can't wait for Chicago.
It's going to be great. Chi-Town, is going to be literally 5,000 people or more, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a lot more. My team, our goal is to bring at least 100 people on the team, and I know there's going to be far more than that, because, see, the momentum, the more people you get at the event too, they're going to have breakthroughs that they need to bring them to that next level. And everyone is different. Me, a big breakthrough, not this event, but the first one, was seeing 95% of the room stand up when they asked who made a commission. Usually you don't see that. Companies are scared to ask that question. They're like, no, don't ask that question. We don't want people thinking, or seeing that, there's such a large amount that is not making money. But here at the Empower, they give you full disclosure. Look at our, disclosure, income disclaimer. Look at the numbers. They're all real time. And, with asking that question, who here in the room made a commission, 95% of the people standing up, I guarantee you, if you were there as a guest or you didn't join yet, your butt wanted to freaking stand up so damn bad.
Right.
You joined right inside your seat. You went on your phone and you joined right on the spot, because you don't see that. You don't see that.
And, I'd say in the first 2 events when they went through that, I was sort of shocked by it at first. I didn't really know what to expect. And I think I had more of an envy in the first couple events, and that turned into a genuine just excitement for everybody that was involved there. And I think it was just part of being around energy. It's not just events that are special. I think Empower Network as a community is incredibly unique, and I'm just thrilled to be a part of that community. That's one of the most empowering things about it, is the community. So
it's important, man. You brought up a great point. If you put a winner in a winning environment, they're going to go win. And that's just the bottom line. If you don't have the right people around you, it's going to be hard to grow. It's going to be hard to get to that next level. See, a lot of people wonder, why aren't I growing? Why aren't I going to that next level? Well, look at the people around you. Who are you spending most of your time with? Who are you communicating with? And if there are people that you look at their income and they're at an income lower than you or at the same, That's why. And it's not all about the income, but it is too, because it's the direct reflection of the balance in your life. Don't get me wrong, there's more to wealth than just money, because you can have a lot of money and then have a bad family life, and that's not wealth. And then you can have a lot of money or a good family life, but then you're broke, and that's not wealth either.
Right.
You can see my dog here agrees with me. But
what's your dog's name?
She is Carly. Her name is Carly.
She's cute.
Yeah, I have 3 of them. She's a mix of pit bull and boxer, and then the other ones here, one is a Chihuahua, and one is a Pekingese or a Shih Tzu.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it was kind of funny, because if you mate a bulldog and a Shih Tzu, they call it bullshit. No.
I've heard that one too. Yeah.
Right? The first time I heard that, I was like, "Oh man, I gotta file that one."
That's hilarious. Oh man.
Yeah, it's great, man. I mean, the truth is, the proof is in the pudding. I mean, and God bless you, man. And I'm really happy for you that you made that decision, because see, the world and how it's set up is we work so many hours. By the time we're home, we're so freaking tired. We don't have the time or energy to do anything else. And if we do, okay, we can get a little bit done. But once you give yourself that freedom, because you allowed yourself freedom, man.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, it feels good.
You gave yourself a pay raise. A lot of people feel, oh, because I left the job or I quit the job, that's a pay decrease. No, that's a pay increase.
You said it, man.
I'm telling you, you raise your income by so much. People limit themselves by working at a job. And
right.
It's a beautiful thing when you can do things when you like, and it's just reality. And sometimes you got to pinch yourself. Like I was writing an email a little while ago, and I pretty much wrote, I'm sitting here at my desk looking out the window, and, I got to pinch myself sometimes, because life is meant to live like this. It's not meant to drive yourself crazy, working all these hours for someone else. Because what happens is you're living somebody else's dream. You're helping their dream become true. And you got to really live your life. You got to allow your dreams to come true. So.
That was another part of the transformation, going to this event. I think in going to the first couple events, I was always going with this mindset that I was a month away. I was a month away. I'd be ready for it. I'd have my breakthrough in a month, and I needed to go and learn some secrets that I'd get at the event. And going to this last event made me realize, it's really all about having that belief level and just doing it, and living in the moment more than always thinking you need, you're a week away, you're 2 weeks away, or you know what I'm saying? Like your breakthrough's out in the future. Now I'm just doing it. I'm taking action, and I'm getting more results as a direct effect from that, I think. So,
nice. Well, and that's key. I mean, a lot of people, they're not living in the now here zone. And if you spell that out, it could spell nowhere or now here. And once you find out you need to live in the now here zone and not the nowhere zone, life becomes so much more meaningful. When you take every moment of life and just, man, appreciate it, learn yourself, and just know that you're the secret. A lot of people, Adam, they're looking for the secret, and I was too. I always thought, well, what's the secret, and what are they doing that's making them successful? And the bottom line is that we all have our own secret. I was speaking about this at a breakfast that I had with some of the leaders earlier, and we all bring something different to the table. Adam, there's a lot of skills and talents that you have that I don't have, and you're going to be able to use that and leverage that to pursue, your success, and we all have a different path that we go down. But it's great, man. When we have that community, you're able to attend the events with full of energy that gets us supercharged, and just, because it's not all about just being all charged up and stuff. It's so much more than that. You go through the breakthroughs you need to go through to get to the next level. You connect with people where you build relationships with the leaders. It's not just a, hey, Adam, how you doing? If we haven't met in the event or we didn't communicate, who knows if we would have this hangout right now. So everything has a meaning to it. And once you come to the, sense and just know that you are your own secret, you stop looking and you start just digging, digging more inside, learning who you are. And that's the bottom line, man. So if you're watching this webinar and you're just wondering if this is for you, ask yourself a question, and the question is, are you where you want to be? And if the answer is no, then you want to click the button below this video. Just get started. It just takes a decision to implement something, to try something, and then go from there. And that's all I did, right, Adam? Same with you? I mean,
absolutely. That's exactly what it's all about. And Robert, honestly, I really appreciate you giving me your time here to hang out. This is a lot of fun. I'd love to do this again.
Absolutely, without a question, man.
You're such a great leader. And yeah, and that's what I want to say. If you're watching this video, stay the course with this 60-day blog challenge as well, because it's really gonna, if you just stick with it, you're gonna get tremendous results. And really take a look at Robert's instant gratifications course. I'm a living testimonial for it. It's done an incredible amount for me, and just really changed my outlook on a lot of things. And it's showing me step by step what I need to do too to start getting more results in my business. So, again, Robert, thanks so much. I really appreciate your time.
No problem, Adam. We'll be connecting soon, man, and I wish you more success, man. You deserve it.
All right. Thanks a lot, buddy. And I'll talk to you real soon.
All right. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, Robert.